Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Battle of the Boomers. Tonight we have Why So Serious, WSS, going up against LiBR, the ladies in Battlefield Red. I'll be your shoutcaster tonight, old Doc Satan, and with me I've got Mr. Plumbutt. Plumbutt, this should be an exciting game. Mate, what do you think?
Like, honestly, Doc, I can't bloody wait for this match. As you know, I hold both these teams from day one to, close to my heart with WSS and the Queen's Army, Lady in Red. And I'll tell you what, regardless of this, the Battle of Boomers happening right now, the Battle of the Couches, as you will, the head of WSS and one of the main leads, of course, Fierce Odin, always an amazing defensive team play. And you've got, of course, got his better and beautiful other half, Ames, or Amizel. Sitting there hitting the head hard, of course, for the ladies in red, the Queen's Army there. And so I tell you what, mate, I said, I know Odin there likes to strut his stuff and think he runs this battlefield with the pants his wind, but we all know deep down the heart, mate, that Ames herself, of course, chooses the pants that gentleman is wearing. But honestly, I'm going to be amazing to see the outcome because both teams have been practicing hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be an exciting match. Coming in for WSS tonight, we've got Chemical Carnage, Cork Rhombus, Fierce Odin, Drac, Cephadula, Straw Hat Joel, Way of J, and Unwise Emu. The ladies representing LiBR, we have Amizel, Badger, Chloe, Full Metal Fawn, Rogue Duchess, Specky, Nira, and Ebsray. We'll be going at, looks like the 21-minute mark, so we are just about to get everyone spawning in.
Honestly, Doc, sounds fantastic, man. I said I'm personally loading into the spectators mode myself and hopefully get some amazing bits of action in this close combat game.
Yeah, it should be a great one. I know the ladies have been working hard all week to try and put up a fight against the WSS crew, as WSS do get onto that Bravo objective really fast with a full 7-man push. The Chemical Carnage just holding onto that Alpha objective by himself there. The ladies a little bit slow off the mark there. It looks like they're doing a bit of a split push now with Rogue, Fawn and Ebsray going down the right side, and Nira, Chloe and Badger taking a left, with Amizel going straight up the middle there, although it does look like she's about to join her squad on the right-hand side. If we just jump into the action on Bravo, the boys are setting themselves up in a bit of a defensive line, very similar to what we saw DTM do yesterday. Plum? We've got...
definitely, mate. One thing is, the DTM guys as well, amazing attacking, aggressive, and also defensive. And you see here, of course, with the WSS guys, you got Straw Hat Joel there on the Bravo objective who said, mate, he's not certainly someone not to reckon with. Once he gets that angle and gets that peak on you, mate, you're done for. I said, but luckily on the ladies' side here on the Bravo objective, is with the Espray and Full Metal Fawn, both these ladies themselves are extremely aggressive and stuff, and I'm hoping to see some great action from them today.
Yeah, absolutely. As Straw Hat does get backed up by Cork Rhombus and Cephadula there. Oh, we've got a bit of a Lipton teabag double sag from Cephadula on Full Metal Fawn. We just caught that, but he does get taken out, looks like by Ebsray there, but Straw Hat Joel does come and clean up, and he is going to get the revive off on Cephadula there. As Cork Rhombus, Unwise Emu, Ceph, and Straw Hat just holding on to that right-hand side of, that left-hand side, sorry, of Bravo. We do have a little bit of a push from the ladies on the water side here with Nira, Chloe, Badger, and Specky there. They have taken down Odin, so just jump in on... just as I jump in on Chloe, of course, she gets shot. The curse of the commentators, Plum.
I've, of course, said I know Noobs himself and stuff warned me yesterday about the curse of the Commodores. Every time I shouted out one of the players' names, surely enough, they'll drop pretty quickly. I said, if you notice on the Charlie objectives and stuff, I said we've got near the main building, we've got Ebs there and Ames there holding those angles and stuff, trying to push off Cepha, Cork and Emu. I said, of course, a shout out personally to Emu, coming from one of my hometowns in WA and Exmouth. Said, you best be keeping Coral Bay happy, buddy. I said, and keep that attacking strong. I said, you'll notice that Espray, of course, is stuck behind the box, but I think Cepha, Corked, and Drac there have got the perfect angle on the poor lady. We'll see how she pulls out of this one herself.
She certainly is a bit of a pinch there. She has gone for the res on Amizel, though, which is a bit surprising, given that Ceph and Rhombus are still up there, as they do take down Rogue Duchess. And Ebs does jump up, takes a few shots, but Cork does get into her, and we've got Ceph, looks like Amizel and Full Metal Fawn trying to make a little push out. Ames is going for the melee, does get the melee out. And I was waiting for the teabag to come there, but she was under fire, so she didn't quite have time to get that off as she goes in for the hero revive on Ebsray there. And Plum Ebbs is one of those players that the girls do need to keep alive in this match. She has the gunplay to take these guys out if she can get into a good position.
Oh, definitely on that. I said, no, Ebbs is definitely one of the strong players, the ladies here. And of course, I can see my BFF, Rogue Dutch, has just been dropped by Cork and Emu. I said, Ames, of course, without fail, I've been on the end of her machete that many times. It's not funny, I'm pretty sure. The lady bays herself in my salty tears. I said, but here we go. We've got turning around Cork Roberts. Unfortunately, Espray getting dropped by the mighty Corked, having that perfect peek on behind the sandbars in the Charlie objective.
And we do have the ladies making a bit of a push on this water side here, going up against Drac as Full Metal Fawn taking some shots there. Looks like she's got the old iron sights out on her Sturmgewehr. Taking some cover behind the boxes as A. Mizzle's looking to back her up, looks like with a Piat. And we've got... it looks like it's Fierce Odin just hanging back there, and along with Chemical Carnage, just making it incredibly difficult for the ladies to push through on our water side. And look, we've got a fish. We've got a fish in the water. Fish in the water. Full Metal Fawn going for a little bit of a swim. Fierce Odin knows she's there, shooting the water, takes her out. She doesn't quite get her way through there, unfortunately, for the ladies, as they do still hold on to that Charlie objective, but they are really struggling to break out of this double cap at the moment, as the WSS crew are leading 153 tickets to 86 at the moment. Seth has gotten himself behind there, but Badger's come up behind him, manages him to shoot him in the butt, and doesn't go for the teabag, but it does get cleaned up as soon as she runs up those stairs there. Looks like by Corked Rhombus.
Oh, definitely. There's a lot of heat at the moment in the Charlie flag, guys. So because you've got Ebbs and you've got Chloe, of course, there. Ames, unfortunately, just getting dropped by these by the husband, Fierce Odin. I said, Fawny trying to take that peak angle from inside the main building there at Charlie. I said, it's actually amazing, a lot of aggression stuff coming from the ladies today. I said, but it seems to be the WSS boys just have that real strong defensive line, and they're pinching in hard to try and go for that triple cap. And one thing I've also noticed so far in the match today is that we have some Olympic gold medal swimmers here. We had Ebbs going for a swim before, and of course, Fawny going for the backstroke towards Odin, but didn't turn out well too early on in the match just then.
Yeah, as we looks like we've got some sprinters now in the game, as Ebsray and A. Mizzle try and make a break from the right-hand side, but they are coming up against Corked Rhombus and Seth, along with Unwise Emu and Drac there holding onto that tram. As Ebsray is managing to stay alive there in the smoke and behind the tram, going through the tram now, does pick up a double kill on Seth and Drac, and Unwise Emu still alive there, but popping the smoke, looks like getting the revive off. Or trying to. Nope, she's just going to take a knee there and have a little nap as A. Mizzle and Full Metal Fawn get the spawns off on Ebsray there. Ebsray keeping her team alive, and looks like Seth did manage to get one in on Full Metal Fawn and went for the Lipton teabag, but A. Mizzle did pick him up there at the end. So we've got Corked Rhombus still up for the boys there with Drac, and Ebsray still alive somehow. Somehow she's holding on for dear life as she does take out Corked Rhombus there. It is down to a 1v1. They're both on the tram. I don't think she's noticed. She's turned around, spun at him, but does manage to get taken out by Drac there. And Drac will go off and res his WSS teammates as Rogue Duchess is taken out by Cephadula there.
Oh, definitely. Honestly, it was an amazing play by Ebbs there, of course, doing a 1v3. That's why I always have the joke in the T5s. We'll send Ebbs in first, and when the rest of us just hold back in the defensive line. She's certainly an aggressive lady, made an amazing player in this game, of course. It's all to mention, it's amazing to see how all the ladies in LiBR have actually developed and stuff from day one, from season one till now, and how aggressive and tactical they actually are. It shows, even though they're getting a bit of a thrashing at the moment, 140 to 40 tickets, but it actually shows you how their training has paid off and stuff altogether. I said they're a hard-working team. They're a great team, and it's just amazing to see once again like how much they've put this time and effort into these matches and the training they put in.
Oh, absolutely, Plum, and Ebsray is certainly the target of a number of platoons in the Pug server, with both WSS and DTM laying claims over to her, and some heavy recruitment drives coming her way.
Oh, for full innocence, you notice, man, on the waterfront side of things, pushing the Charlie right up to Alpha. I said the ladies have done a four-person push right through. Specky and Chloe, unfortunately, being dropped by the way of Jay, but Ebbs and Full Metal Fawn trying to push for that Alpha objective nut, but unfortunately, Odin and Jay, way of Jay going in for the pinch and stuff on the old Fawn and Espray. But you know what, ladies, good try indeed.
Yeah, absolutely, Plum. And they did try and get their way through to the Alpha objective, but didn't quite make it in that occasion. And we do have the ladies respawning at home there. Looks like they're trying to get back onto that Alpha objective, as we did miss the old triple cap while they were making that push for Alpha. And looks like the boys are going to clean this one out at 136-0 there.
Oh, definitely, mate. And of course, the ladies know coming up against an A-class team like WSS. But I tell you what, every battle I've seen when the ladies, of course, in red push on to WSS, they've done an amazing job. Keep pushing harder and actually give the boys a run for their money when they do and hit hard each match.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll just jump into a quick break while we wait for the next map to load, and we'll see you back for game 2.
Roger.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for round 2, map 2 of the Battle of the Boomers, and we've got the ladies' home map here, Marita, as the ladies spawn in and quickly swarm onto the Alpha objective. The boys a little bit slow off the mark this time. The boys taking their time to spawn in, as they look like they're going for a bit of a split push there with Way of J, Chemical Carnage, Fierce Odin on the Charlie objective, and we've got Drac, Cork Rhombus, and Unwise Emu pushing up for that Bravo objective with Seth down the bottom. But the ladies did manage to get on top early, and they have capped the Bravo objective, and now they will look to set themselves in and hold the boys off.
Oh, definitely there, Doc. I said, I'll tell you what, mate. I said, one thing the girls know is this map inside and out. So I've played against these lovely ladies on multiple occasions and stuff, and of course representing ALA. I said, no, one thing I've noticed with the girls, they're fully aggressive in this map, always taking advantage of that B objective and setting up the defensive line. I said, I'll be actually amazing to see how Rogue Duchess of the old my BFF it goes in this match. I said, because I tell you what, mate, she's an absolute deadeye with her Lewis gun when she sets up her angles, mate. Good luck getting past her.
As we check in on Rogue Duchess there, she is just trying to hold that little angle at the midpoint there, and she's managed to hold them off for a little while, but Cork Rhombus did get the jump on her over there, and we do see Chloe and Ebs right now just trying to hang on to that Bravo objective for dear life as Seth and Unwise Emu take out Nira in the opposing building. And it looks like Ebs and Chloe have managed to hold on with Fawny still alive there and coming to back them up. We've got Chemical Carnage just holding onto that Charlie objective there with Straw Hat. They're playing a very defensive role there, just watching that high road and making sure the girls don't push for the triple as the fight continues on that Bravo objective. As we just try and jump in on A Mizzle there as she does go for a little res, decides better of it, but does come up in a 2v1 and is instantly dropped by Drac and Chemical Carnage in support there. As the boys have made their way onto the Bravo objective now with Unwise Emu and Drac. And it looks like the boys will get the double cap. But ladies in front at the moment, 151 plays 136, with Specky getting taken out there by the MP34. And the girls are just trying to regroup now and decide which point to push.
Oh, definitely. As you've noticed in the game so far, especially on Rotterdam and that, so I must think I'll give the boys in WSS that Rotterdam is definitely one of their stronger matches. I said you can see the ladies getting a little bit flustered now and clustering together rather than sitting on the defensive line and pushing forward. And as you notice, I said, oh, you've got Chemical Carnage and A Mizzle that there, just to the right of the old clock tower. As an Angel's going in for the slow res, of course, and we'll see what she actually gets up to on that flanky panky.
Well, she has ignored the res and gone for the run by herself, but she took a knee in the bushes there, but Drac was wise to it and managed to drop her. And the girls look like they're going to need to reset there. Although they did make a little bit of a breakthrough to the Charlie objective, unbeknownst to us in the commentary seat here. And Straw Hat and Corked Rhombus desperately trying to pick them off, but they've got a full squad over there with Amizel, Ebsray, Nira, and Chloe. And the girls have regained their double cap as Straw Hat Joel is dropped by Nira there. Ebsray does get taken down by way of Jay, but we do have Chemical Carnage coming in as well. And the girls just hanging on, but they are now wiped off the Charlie objective, and we should see the boys jumping in to regain control over that. As the other squad for the boys has gone over and taken over that Alpha objective, as we might just try and get rid of this weather effect here. Just one moment. If I can remember how to do this.
Yeah, one thing you love about the old Battlefield objectives and the maps and stuff, everything from sandstorms and snowstorms, the storms, to the old fog setting in here in Marita. So the good thing is you can see on the Alpha objective, you've got Odin and Straw Hat and stuff holding strong against Nera. Unfortunately, Rogue Duchess got the drop there. We'll see what Nera coming in for the flanky panky on the Alpha objective. Hopefully she can push in and take out the old fierce Odin, of course, fierce leader of the WSS.
And it looks like Nira's going to take him on 1v1 as I'm not quite sure what the rest of her squad are doing over there. They are spawning in, and it looks like they are going to come and try and back Nira up as Fierce Odin is still holding on to that Alpha objective on his own. And WSS do hold the triple cap at the moment, so those tickets are dropping fast. It'll be really important for these ladies to get on the point and surround Odin and take him out as he plays the corner camper role here. We've all seen these guys. He gets Rogue Duchess. We've seen these guys in public matches. We all know them. We all hate them. It's the old corner camp. As he does get taken out there, and the ladies going in for the revives. I do just get the camera out of the window there, but Cork Rhombus did come in to back up Odin. Does get taken out with Drac and Cephadula still up, coming up against Specky and Full Metal Fawn there.
And as you can see right here on the Alpha objective, hoping these ladies themselves can get themselves hold that objective and stop the triple cap from happening again. But you can see this full force on the WSS. They're walking in, mate. They're meaning power. They're meaning here, ladies. We're here to stay. We're not getting off the Alpha objective. And it's good to see that, Odin, after setting up his little campfire and marshmallows in that corner, he was finally taken out by the ladies pushing through. But of course, you can see ladies are coming in for Nera and Chloe there on the outside objective of Alpha, pushing on those corners. Unfortunately, Sepha, the freight train, dropping poor Nera there in the background. I said, and it looks like these boys have gone in for that triple cap and they're definitely holding. Let's see if these ladies can turn around and push back just like we had the Sin and AX game the other day. See if they can sin themselves out of this and push hard, take that up Alpha objective back, mate, and just and hold that and give these boys some hell.
Absolutely, as we do see these boys now pushing right up into the ladies' spawn. I think Fierce Odin has realised that he'll be sleeping on the couch tonight, and he's just given up on trying to appease A Mizzle there, and he's gone, you know what, boys? Let's push them right into spawn. But in doing that, some of the ladies have broken through and they have captured the Charlie objective. So they have broken out of the triple cap there. And as we see, the majority of the ladies' team now spawning in on that Charlie objective and making a mad rush to Bravo as Badger and Rogue Duchess look like they're going to try and hold the top road there. And we do have Cork Rhombus on Bravo with Seth and Fierce Odin coming to back him up. But the ladies have managed to get themselves onto Bravo. As Chloe does go down to Cephadula. Ebsray just taking some shots, takes out Fierce Odin, but does get cleaned up by Cephadula as well. So the boys just hanging on to the Bravo objective there, but it was a close call. They almost ended up in a 2-cap, but looks like the boys are also managing to regain control of Charlie there. However, Badger does hold the high ground, and we all know the story, Plum. They who hold the high ground wins the fight.
That is true. Holding the high ground, that always gives you objective and stuff. And I'll tell you what, on that previous little battle we had there with Sefer, mate, nothing ever gets in the way of a Sefer, the old freight train, mate. He's a force to be reckoned with. Let's be here with the battle on Charlie. He said, oh, Full Metal Fawny finally dropping the head of Odin. Unfortunately, poor BFF Rogue Duchess getting dropped in that by Chemical Carnage. Looking at Fawny, she's back on her feet again, pushing up high. Hopefully she can get the drop on Chemical Carnage and that high ground, as you said. I said, it looks like they're doing the old loop-de-loop, and Chemical Carnage drops Badger.
She does.
And Fawny in for the
Metal
win.
Fawn has taken the drop on Chemical Carnage, used that high ground to her advantage, and did take him out. However, Way of J did manage to get revenge there, and it's all about that high ground. She dropped off that high ground and lost her advantage, Blum.
Oh, big time. And if you notice, you look on the main Bravo objective and stuff, he got Sefer and Corked once again, trying to push in this Bravo objective, but the ladies have got this Bravo on lockdown. They're not going to be locked into another triple cap. You got Ames, Chloe there, of course, Ebbs herself, and Nero on the outside on the objective on Overwatch. It'd be good to see all these ladies pull off, and hopefully they can turn around and get a double cap back and start bleeding some of their tickets down.
Absolutely.
Very tough fight for them, mate. We're looking at 14 to 107. In the ticket lead and that, but once again, these girls, their angles, the ferocity they're holding, I take my hat off to them.
Absolutely, they are fighting hard, and they are winning some of the gunfights there, but they did push onto the Alpha objective as Specky takes out Unwise Emu, but does get caught in the crossfire there with Drac as Drac goes in for the revive on Unwise Emu, and the boys retain control of the Alpha objective. And it is just about over for the ladies here with 104 plays 4. But the ladies won't give up, and the next map is Arras. So we will see A Mizzle, no doubt, in the tank, and probably Way of J, maybe, or do you reckon Fierce Odin will jump in the tank for the WSS crew?
Oh, honestly, it's normally a toss between the two. It's either Odin or Way of J, but normally Way of J is the WSF go-to for our tanking community.
Well, we look forward to the battle, as we will come back to you in just a moment, as I'll just bring up the scoreboard there, and we see Way of J at 13-1 and Ebbs Ray leading the way for the ladies at 11-9. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And looks like we did have a bit of a rule violation in the last game. So WSS taking the defeat. So we are in a tiebreaker on Arras, as we do have Fierce Odin and the WSS crew coming in on the Alpha objective now. And as we suspected, Fierce Odin is running in the tank, and we do have the ladies on the British side coming in from the Charlie spawn with, looks like it is A Mizzle in that Valentine tank, with Rogue Duchess running as a repairer there. And looks like if we just jump in on Fierce Odin, he's just picking on the infantry at the moment as he takes down Badger, and I don't think he has noticed that A Mizzle is going to be creeping up around the side of him there. So she might actually get the jump on him if he's not wise to it, as Way of J is waiting there with the repair tool. And looks like we're going to have repairer versus repairer. Way of J versus Rogue Duchess. Way of J wins that battle and has alerted Fierce Odin to the approach of Aim Izzle as the tank battle is about to commence.
Oh, definitely. And one thing I've noticed that Aim Izzle, when she's in her tanking ability, she always takes advantage of the scenery around her. She'll take advantage of the cover and the rocks in the area. But unfortunately, being, toe-to-toe in the opener versus the reinforced Odin, while he's still got Way of J repairing him, I think this might be down and out for Ames on the tanking side of things. Oh, meanwhile, then again, I'll take that back. We've got my BFF, Rogue Duchess, going in for the repairs. Let's just see, hopefully, Aim Izzle can hold up against the fierce Odin and the tank. And, of course, he's pushing straight forward there on the left-hand side of the Charlie objective. And we'll see what happens here, guys.
He certainly is, as Aim Izzle peaks the rock just at the wrong time. Didn't realise how close Odin was, and Odin does take out Aim Izzle in the tank. And I dare say, Fierce Odin, you have cemented your spot on the couch for tonight, buddy.
Definitely on that one, Doc. And I'll tell you what, man, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I know Odin here might be strutting his stuff in his tank in his battlefield with the pants he's wearing, but we all know deep down the heart is that good old Aim Izzle, the Red Queen Army and the leader there, will definitely be choosing the pants he wears regardless, no matter how hard he struts them. We've also got a little bit of action here happening up on the Bravo flag with Fawny right dead center on that flag. Nero, Espray and Chloe pushing against Chemical Carnage and Homeboy Emu. I said Fawny holding those angles and stuff, but no luck yet. Chloe being dropped by Emu. Nero
with the double kill on Chemical Carnage and Unwise Emu. What a play by Nero.
Oh, Nero's definitely one of those unspoken heroes in the background, mate. You don't hear much from
I
him.
seem to have broken my camera here. Just trying to figure out how to stop it from rotating like that. That'll be fantastic.
Gotta love the motion sickness while mid-gaming.
Showing how much of a noob I am when it comes to spectator mode here, ladies and gentlemen. Not something I do very often, but occasionally we do make some mistakes.
And I'll tell you what, Doc, when we do it, we just make sure we do it well.
Absolutely, as the ladies have broken onto the Alpha objective, so they did lose that little fight on Bravo, but they've got themselves back onto Alpha now and avoided the triple cap, as we do have Aim Izzle over on the Charlie objective, but it does look like she's in a 2v1. Takes out Straw Hat Joel and doing a bit of a ring around the rosy with Chemical Carnage there, but he does win the fight and goes in for the slow res on Straw Hat there, and that will keep the Charlie objective in the hands of the WSS crew.
Oh, definitely. We've got a bit of conflict here in Alpha, so it'll be amazing to see how the outcome of this match goes. Of course, we've got 153 to 105. Ladies a little bit behind, but can still be anyone's game. And this is a very strong match and a well-positioned match for this map with the girls from LiBR and, of course, the WSS boys. As I said, they both practice hard in this map, and this will be an equal match to them because it's a very strong go-to for them in the amount of practice, time, and effort to put into this. I said, and as you know, ladies holding strong still on that Alpha objective. I said, Chloe, they're going for the slow rebright, and Evs is back on her feet. Let's see if she can take on the Drac Corked in Way of J.
As we do have a bit of a push over on the Charlie objective now, as Aim Izzle is back in her tank, and apologies, we did miss Fierce Odin, must have been destroyed in his tank because I did notice he was on foot earlier before, and now we do have the ladies hanging back onto the Charlie objective, but it has come at the expense of Alpha, so WSS going for a quick trade-off there.
Yeah, and I'm telling you what, there, Doc, I said I'm hoping these ladies and stuff and get the trades. He knows Aim Izzle and our repairer, Lady Rogue Duchess, looking after our tank while we've got our four-person push with Fawny, Ebbs, and Nera and Chloe. Fawny, Ebbs, and Nera in a bit of contact there with Straw Hat, but of course, I said the lovely Specky actually dropping Straw Hat with the old STG there. I said, when they're doing the four-person straight towards Bravo, and we've got Specky and Badger setting up that defensive line on Charlie.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do have Odin back up in the tank, and looks like he's coming to meet Aim Izzle head on as gets the first shot on Ames there, and she's firing back and has got the bit of an angle there. But it looks like Odin is firing right into the side tracks of Aim Izzle's Valentine tank there, and that'll make it incredibly difficult for Rogue to keep up with the repairs.
Oh, definitely, man. As we know in this game, I said we have those weak points in those tanks, the rears and those front tracks.
It does look like Aim Izzle has won that battle. Way of J not keeping up with the repairs and has taken Odin out. So the ladies do have a tank up while WSS are down their tanker at the moment. And they're taking full advantage of that straight away as Amy Izzle looks to get onto that repair station, get herself back up to 100%, and start pushing in. And we can see just there on the camera there is an AT mine there, and I'm not sure whose that is. So hopefully Ames doesn't roll straight over that.
Yeah, I tell you what, I was not expecting that from that tank battle being side on. It's obviously Rogue, the BFF, has kept on top of repairs there while taking advantage of the resupply.
As Drac cleans up on Rogue there. Cephadula and Drac are surrounding Ames's tank there, and she's trying to drop the shots in, but they are under the bridge as Ceph looks like he's going to try and wrap around and maybe drop some of those Piats or bazookas into the side. He's got the sticky dynamite out. He's got one on. He blows it. He's got the second. He blows that, and he does take out Ames in the tank and gets that little teabag going there just to make sure she knows who won that little fight.
Oh, definitely. Seth has definitely been one of that quiet but cheeky ones out there for the WSS boys. Rolling in there and taking out Ames in that tank, going for the cheeky team bag. We don't call him the freight train Seth for nothing, mate. As you'll notice, you got the four boys, got Wade, Jay, Straw Hat, and Fierce Odin, set up the defensive line and pushing forward up towards the Bravo objective. I think these boys are going to try and push for a triple cap again there, Doc.
Yeah, they sure are. As Chloe was the last woman standing on Bravo, does get taken out there by Unwise Emu, who goes in to pick up his teammate in Drac as Straw Hat picks up Corked Rhombus, and there is our full four-man on Bravo. But the ladies have managed to regather on Charlie and cap that point back and avoid the triple cap. But they are running at 42, plays 133. So if the ladies are going to come back here, they need to make their move now.
Oh, definitely. I noticed there on the Bravo objective, of course, Ebbs has taken the knee, using herself as a spawn beacon. Ebbs looks like she's gone for the old flanky-panky for the large side of the map, heading towards Alpha. I said, well, the ladies are taking on Chemical Carnage, Corked and Unwise, but unfortunately, Chloe and there have just been dropless there. Forney holds up by herself, taking on these three lads. She drops local boy Emu, but unfortunately, it was no match for the Cork Rhombus.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good fight and served her purpose. She kept the boys distracted on the Bravo objective there as Ebbs has made it around to the Alpha objective, which is currently undefended. Chloe and Nero getting the spawns off on the back of Ebbs Ray and flipping that Alpha point. Unfortunately, their counter squad didn't quite manage to hold on to the Charlie objective, though, so the boys have just traded out Charlie and still maintain the 2-cap. But well done to Ebbs Ray getting around the outside and sneaking away through to the Alpha. I'm not sure the boys saw that one coming.
Well, definitely, mate. I tell you what, Ebbs there, she's always the female Chuck Norris, mate, going for the ninja hanky-panky and the slippery slide. And it's good to see they've turned around and used her as a spawn beacon, taking advantage of the Alpha objective. Let's hope these ladies can turn around and push back. I said out on the Charlie objective, you got Ames still sitting up there in her tank out in the open field. You got Specky running long, trying to pick off Drac, but there was just no match there. I said Ames is the lone soldier there on the Charlie objective with her Archer Valentine tank. Let's hopefully she can get in there herself, push hard, and get a double cap and start bleeding some of these tickets against the boys. 132 to 15. As I tell you what, the ladies are doing an amazing job this time round.
As Cephadula, he come up behind her, drop the dynamite, finish the job with the Panzerfaust, and has managed to clean up Amy Izzle in that tank yet again. And the boys are doing a great job of just holding on to the two objectives at the moment. But Ebbs Ray and her squad have managed to retain control of that Alpha objective, just slowing that bleed, hopefully long enough. They are down to 6 tickets, however, so it may be a bit of an impossible task for the ladies in Battlefield Red right now, but they won't be giving up, I can guarantee you that.
Oh, definitely, mate. And so these ladies have gone, you know what, we've got 2 tickets left. Let's set up this defensive perimeter and give these boys a last final minute fight to the death. I said it's great to see Emu there dropped at the last minute, turned to a good old bit of Australian Emu jerky there. But of course, game, set, and match. Of course, WSS winning that last match. German victory 130 to 0. But, mate, LiBR, once again, the ladies in red, the Queen's Army. It's just amazing to see how far they've come. They hit hard, and they hit hard always.
Absolutely, such a great match to watch. Watching these ladies in action, they didn't quite get the victory there, as the guys from WSS put up a pretty solid fight, and we all know that WSS are a very defensive team, so will always be incredibly hard to beat. But they do take it out 2 games to 1. So congratulations to WSS, and that will be a wrap for our games this evening.
No, awesome, Doc. And I want to say thanks very much for letting us on board to co-shoutcast with you. I'll send, of course, a special shout out there, mate, to the Oceania Network community and the people behind the scenes, Noobs and Ames, yourself and Guskin, of course, with all the shoutcasting. It's amazing the time and effort that you guys put in to make this competition happen for all of us. You know what? Things might not be perfect all the time, I said, but you know what, mate? Hat off to each and every one of you. Our heart goes out because there's a lot of hard work involved to keep these fun games going for us in the season.
Absolutely. And thanks for your time tonight, Plumbutt. Ladies and gentlemen, we wish you the best of weekends, and we'll see you back here next weekend for the next challenge of the season.